I'm Jonathan. This is my wife Joy.
Hi.
This is little David. We're just waiting for some people to join on in. I'd sit on there, but last time I sat on this chair here, there was a little wasp nest, so I don't know if I want to sit on there. Anyway. Yeah, so we just wanted to come on here just to kind of have a little conversation about basically what our weekends have been looking like. I mean, we got a huge age gap of kids. We got a soon-to-be 21-year-old who turns 21 in like a week, and then a month later we have a soon-to-be 18-year-old. Hello, whoever joined us, welcome. And we have all the way down to little David. David is only, man, he's going to be 11 months in just a couple days. So we got a big spread of family. So the conversation I think is worth having is, how to keep them all entertained. How do we go ahead and do this, Well, I'll tell you, yesterday what I did was I spent some time with my soon-to-be 18-year-old, and we ended up going out on a fishing trip. And so it was me and my 12-year-old, and we got a couple canoes, and we did some night fishing while Mama stayed home with the littles.
And we went to the pool swimming and to the park afterwards.
And so, clearly, our 18-year-old would have no interest in going to the park, let alone the pool, right? But he has been very interested in fishing and kind of just sort of exploring. He's very into nature, likes to do hikes and foraging and things like that, And so we want to encourage him with that stuff. But, clearly, there's not an interest for David or for Daniel, my 3-year-old, to do some of that sort of stuff. So, I guess the whole idea behind this is, they're not all gonna be, how can I say this? We can't please them all, right? I mean, that's just like life. And when you're a parent of such a wide gap of kids, you realize that you're not going to, and that's okay, right? Because at the end of the day, every one of them is going to have their time to just enjoy what it is that we can provide for them. For example, we spent today at a birthday party for my 9-year-old and 6-year-old and 3-year-old, right? And so that was clearly a family-friendly event. And then well, just so you guys know, I don't know if you guys know this, but we have our spread of kids is our oldest is 20 years old, and he'll be 21. Oh, little David, what's going on, buddy? You having a fussy time?
He wants to play with my hair.
He wants to play with your hair, right? Well, you want me to hold him? Why don't I hold him? Why don't I hold him while you go ahead and get us moving here? You can flip that around too if you want.
Okay.
Okay. I know.
So we just try to have fun with all the kids, as many as we can make happy at once. And then we just pretty much take turns sometimes doing things with them.
Yeah, I mean, with the tribe of our size, this is definitely not a one man or one woman job. I mean, we all kind of got to all roll up our sleeves, and even our oldest know that. And anyway,
sometimes we used to go to places like Sky Zone because
we're gonna
all
probably
the kids.
see. One second, we'll
Okay,
probably
ahead.
see Alessi tomorrow. Hiren Amin, we'll probably see Alessi tomorrow. Is most likely.
So we try to make everyone happy at the same time sometimes, and we'll go to places like Sky Zone, which is a big trampoline park, and they have a section for the little kids, they have a section for the big kids, and everybody has fun in there, places like that. Or if we go to the river or the stream or the lake to go swimming, everyone can all do their own thing, and if they don't want to swim, they can go fishing, and if they don't want to go fishing, they can or swim, they can just make sand castles or whatever it is that they like to do. But there are places that we'll all go because we all want to be there. And then there are places where either the littles will have to tolerate what we're doing, or the bigger ones will have to tolerate what we're doing. But just like any time in life, the kids are going to have to take their turn getting to enjoy something, and then they're also going to have to take their turn watching others enjoy something while they wait. And
I'm also going to add this for parents with older kids, or maybe you got preteens and I mean, our 20-year-old will be 21 pretty soon. He was just this size, I mean, yesterday, right? I mean, mom will tell you, right? And it goes by so fast. But, and maybe it's easier from a father's perspective to say, you got to keep open-handed with them, You got to just let them be men or women and let them grow and let them learn, Like, for example, this weekend, yes, just this morning we let our we didn't let them. They was kind of planned. They were going to see their grandparents. My two oldest boys, and Joy and I turned to ourselves and we're like, man, he's gonna be 21 in a week. He's gonna be 18 in like a month. This is crazy. When did this happen? How did this happen, right? But we got to keep it open-handed. I mean, our kids are a blessing, right? Our families are a blessing, and I don't want to be like this to the point where you take out their life, right? Like, I want them to, I know, Bubby, I know. You want them to just be able to come into their own. And so, as a dad, I want to foster that and encourage that. And it's probably a different perspective from mom, right? It's harder to let them go, is my guess, but you know how it is.
But I let them, if they want to move out when they're 18, they're allowed. I just let them know how much I'll miss them.
Right.
That's
and
all
that
I
they,
could
and that
do.
they always have, and that it's always home. And just make sure you kind of foster that, and don't wait until they're, 16, 15 to try and be their friends. It starts now, right? It starts when they're in diapers and they're doing this when they're 3-year-olds and pulling your hair and beating you up, and you're still saying, I love you, I love you, I love you. It doesn't matter. You just got to be there for them, and that builds a resilience, and it's important. So I just kind of want to encourage moms and dads, whoever's out there, in the roller coaster of life, just hang on and enjoy the good parts, right? Enjoy the now.
Yeah, I always tell my kids, like, when they're acting up and teenagers or whatever, I'm like, I'm okay with you being upset with me now, because when you're 40, you will thank me. So that's all I could say. I'm like, I'd rather you be mad at me now and have a good future than just please you, and then you go off and do that silly thing again and
Right.
tell me, well, you didn't teach me how to do this right. So
And I want to, as a dad, as a man raising men, I've earned my position as advisor in these boys' lives. It wasn't just because I'm dad. It's because I have a vested interest in their lives. I love them, and at the end of the day, I say it's your decision to make. Just know that I'm gonna love you. If you fall, love you. If you go to that mountaintop or valley low, I'll be there. So that's just what we need. That's what our kids need more than anything.
yeah, the most important thing is to love them and to raise them right, with the right values that your family holds. And just love them so much. Tell them that you love them. Even though it might feel even if you've never done it before and it might feel awkward, it's better for you to feel awkward now than for them to later on in life have this something missing because you felt too awkward to say it. Because there's I know plenty of kids that are like, my dad never told me he loved me. I think he loved me, but I just wish I heard those words.
And I've always been the kind of man and just the kind of dad to say, it's life is like, words are cheap, right? Actions speak louder than words.
Exactly.
So but at the same time, to my wife's point, I can show them I love them, and you might be showing them by providing or by just being there and listening to them. But there's something about just taking a second out of your comfort zone and saying, hey, Luke, I love you very much, and you're a special guy, right? That kind of stuff, and it might not come easily, but they need to hear it. You know what I mean? Every kid needs to hear it because there's always that voice of doubt in everyone's head, my head, their head. It doesn't make it any easier. I know. You want to hold him for a little while? This guy's giving me a little workout. But anyway, so we just wanted to kind of come on, and just sort of share that a little bit. That was something that was kind of running through my head a little bit as a dad. And just want to hear you guys' thoughts. You know what I mean? Like, if you guys have any, questions or any ideas, on how you guys spend time with your kids and what's quality time for you guys, I'd love to hear it. And yeah, so anyway, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys.
The other thing we like together, movie night, which is
Oh, right. So we're gonna be doing a movie night shortly after this
With the
live.
kids.
Luke's been asking, and you know, it's just a way for us to just sit down and just spend quality time together. Woo, that's a wasp. I'm getting out of here. Anyway, appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and you take care.
Bye.